Coffee brewing as the sun peeks through the haze. Birds are chirping, serenading morning's praise. Front porch creaks as dreams fade away. America's awakened to a brand new day. Old vinyl spinning a sweet old tune. Day starts dancing under a sleepy moon. Newsprint smudges on fingers of grace. America's awakened at her own steady pace. Sips of sunshine in a coffee cup. Simple moments lifting spirits up. From the mountains to the sandy shore. Morning in America, want just a little more. Neighbors waving with a friendly rise. Kids with backpacks chasing daylight skies. Eyes cooling on a windowsill so fine. America's awakened with a heart full of shine. Old vinyl spinning a sweet old tune. Day starts dancing under a sleepy moon. Newsprint smudges on fingers of grace. America's awakened at her own steady pace. Sips of sunshine in a coffee cup. Simple moments lifting spirits up. From the mountains to the sandy shore. Morning in America, want just a little more. Neighbors waving with a friendly rise. Kids with backpacks chasing daylight skies. Eyes cooling on a windowsill so fine. America's awakened with a heart full of shine. Neighbors waving with a friendly rise. Kids with backpacks chasing daylight skies. Eyes cooling on a windowsill so fine. America's awakened with a heart full of shine. Tractors rumble, fields coming alive. Big wheels turning where hopes and dreams strive. Laughter echoes down the old dirt road. America's awakened to lighten her load. America's awakened to lighten her load.
Hey everyone, good morning. I hope you are doing well where you are. I am. My hat. I gotta really get this thing ironed. Because there we go. That's a little bit better. It got packed and was a little bit crushed. Okay, let's see who's here this morning. We got Hellhound, good morning. We got Voss, good morning. Lady Death Comics Lover 17. Welcome. Have you been here before? I love comic books, or at least I did growing up. So I'm not sure if you've been here. That seems like that name would stand out. Which, by the way, I'm happy. One of my favorite comic book creators, Comic Book Girl 19, is back making content on YouTube again. I always loved her stuff. She quit a couple years ago, and she's back doing it again. Who else? We got Jemba here. Good to see you, Jemba. We got Shinemesis here. Good morning. I have some stuff prepared today. So we'll get into that. But there is one thing that, if the media is going to force stuff down our throat, okay, that's fine. Just don't get mad when I comment on it. Because that's the thing. I got a feeling this is going to make people mad. And I don't care. But I think we can officially, I know we're not even 2 full months into 2026. But I think we can already declare Nancy Guthrie the hide and seek champion of 2026. Congratulations, Nancy. Where is my congratulations. You've done a great job already fighting. We're very proud. We're very proud of her and her dedication towards hiding from the rest of us. So congratulations. And that's my little fu to the news. Like, oh my god, people don't care this much. We don't care this much. We care. I understand the story's got to be out there, but we don't care this much. Hey, Palmer's Archer Homestead, welcome, welcome. Good to see you. I've already today. I woke up early. I've already drank a pot of coffee. This is rare for me, but it's okay. I don't do it often. People have been apparently on the vacation. I actually lost weight. I don't know how because I was eating constantly. Like on the cruise, it was eat, 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 and apparently I lost some pounds because Kelly mentioned it to me. She was like, "Hey, have you lost weight?" I was like, and this was at the end of the oh, Georgie, I sent you a link. You can jump in with me. Um, Georgie, did you see? Did you see what I declared? I declared that Nancy Guthrie is the hide and seek champion of 2026. And that's what I did to prepare for the show this morning. That's my preparation. Uh, I am I'm an a-hole. I get it. I get it. I'm an a-hole. Right? Georgie's up early. She's like all motivated. I was up early, but the cat tried to wake me at 3 a.m. and I did go back to sleep. They did both the cat and the dog did wake me up at 4:30. And now they're lounging on my bed. I do have good news for Kelly. She got her new baby yesterday. Never been in here? Okay, well, welcome, Lady Death. Um, I I don't do a lot of comic book talk. I probably should though. I'm a nerd for that stuff. I really do enjoy comic books. When they're good. There hasn't been a lot of good ones in probably 15 years that I've known of. So I always like people's comic book recommendations when they tell me. Um, Awake, yes, motivated, no. Um, but yeah, I yeah, I thought I'm so tired of this story in the news. It's just so boring. Yeah, she was kidnapped. We don't need to have it 24/7. We don't need to have it 24/7. Um, we all need to just try to get a grip, you know.
But I don't want to be a pirate.
That's just me whining. Every time I'm whining, this will be my
But I don't want to be a pirate.
that will be my soundboard. I have coffee and I'm here. That's all I'm doing. You're not gonna come on? Oh my god.
No, bitch.
Not gonna come on with me. That is not fair. That's okay. I have some stuff. I think Georgie's gonna enjoy today's show. There are lots of people, I've talked about this. Women especially, like there should be like a process before you post onto social media. There should be like something more than a captcha that, if you're emotional, you shouldn't be allowed to post on social media. That's my thing. Um, there are many times where I'll create a post and then I'll send it to a friend and be like, talk me out of this. Um, but yeah, there's a lot of people who just post some crazy stuff onto social media. Crazy, crazy stuff. But yeah, here let's look at some of these crazies. Um, let me make sure. Okay, it's not muted. And let me share some of this. Okay. No, we'll do that one. Now, where am I? Because I have to be in there. It's my show. Just crawled out of bed, set an alarm just to be here. Oh, well, thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
I have a question for you. What unites the left wing?
Crazy eyes. First thing that jumps out. She's got the crazy eyes. Um, right? Right? There should be some type of steps. Just or just to make sure that you're not posting this crazy stuff emotionally. Now she's asking, okay, let's go back.
I have a question for you. What unites the left wing? What makes the left wing come together in
Well, people like this chick, it's mental illness. Like she seems nuts.
community? Because with the right wing, it's obviously Christianity and their collective commitment and love for Jesus, and also
Why would you do that? Why would you call Jesus Jesus? Like, look, if you're like, hey, I won't call him Jesus, that's fine. That's fine. But if you're gonna say don't use the English saying, don't switch to the Spanish saying because he wasn't Spanish either. If you want to say Yeshua, which was his name in Hebrew, which is actually Joshua, that was his name, Yeshua. Um, do that, but they always think they're making some type of weird point when they do this. It's like you just look pedantic.
for Jesus, and also nationalism. They are nationalists. They America.
Mm, not everyone on the right is nationalist. Not every.
America, flag, nationalism. Where for me personally, when I think of national, I just threw up in my mouth a little bit. So we don't have a unifying glue in the left
Again, performative. As I've pointed out with a lot of this stuff, why do they have to be so performative?
wing that binds us together. What brings us together? What do you think?
Mental illness. Look at these eyes. Look at these eyes and tell me that this woman is sane. That's all you got to do. So yeah. Hold on here. Oh, this is going to close every single time. Okay. And these people post this stuff. Okay, there we go. Right? Right, Georgie? Like like I just don't see the need where they feel the need to do this stuff. And why are you posting this stuff? Like it's ridiculous.
Republicans are trying to make it harder for you to vote. Let me tell you how. The Save
No, they're not. Okay, first off, well, here we'll get into this. Voter ID does not make it harder to vote. It doesn't.
Harder for you to vote. Let me tell you how. The Save America Act would require your passport or your birth certificate to match your current name in order to be able to vote.
That's not true. That is true if you okay. So that's not true on its face. If you have an ID and your name is correct on your ID as it currently stands, you don't need any of that stuff. You just need your ID. It doesn't make people harder to vote. There's already a Supreme Court case. It's called Crawford v. Marion County. And that was an Indiana case. And a lot of these things that they talk about were already litigated in that. So most states allow you to get a free ID card for the sake of just having an ID card. You can get that for free. So you're going to see people calling it a poll tax. It's not. Do you have to pay $120 to get a passport? Yeah. Do you have to pay money every time you get a driver's license? Yes. But most states allow you to get an ID card for free, completely for free. And it should be that way. It should be that way. Uh, um, there was, I think, at one time 8 states that didn't provide a free ID, and that could have changed. So that's why I'm not being very definitive about it, is because I probably haven't looked at this in about 10 years because this issue hasn't come up for that time. But yeah, there was only 8 states where you had to still pay for an ID. But most states, no, you don't need to pay for an ID at all. Um, but now, if you're a woman and you changed your name because you got married and you bring in your ID and it still has your old name, all you have to do is bring in either your marriage certificate, or if you've petitioned the court for a name change, bring that. Bring that. This is not like women changing their name is a pretty standard thing. And if you change your name, your ID should be one of the first things that you update. Absolutely should be.
If y'all got married and changed your name, your birth certificate would not match your current name. Nearly 69 million.
You don't need your birth certificate. Just bring your name change paperwork. That's it. Or your marriage certificate. Your original name would be on your marriage certificate. It's a government record. There you go. Boom.
Women in America have a birth certificate that does not match their current name, and therefore 69 million Americans that does not match their women in America match your current name. Nearly 69 million women in America have a birth certificate that does not match their current name, and therefore 69 million American women would no longer be eligible to vote. These guys say that the Save America Act is needed to prevent undocumented immigrants from voting, but
Yeah, it is needed. Why? Because for years they've done the motor voter. The motor voter laws are, they register you to vote when you go get a driver's license. No problem with that. However, when you're insisting on illegals being given driver's license or CDLs, yet now we have a problem because now they have IDs. And we're seeing lots of cases of fraud where for years they said this doesn't happen. And now we're starting to see lots and lots of cases of fraud. The other thing they're doing is they're just mailing you a ballot. Oh, you registered to vote. We automatically registered you to vote when you went to the DMV. Now we're automatically going to send you a ballot. It happens here in California all the time. Like I get a ballot in the mail. I don't have to use it. I can. But yeah, we should have secure elections. Why is this such a problem? They try to make it so easy for illegals to vote. And then when we try to secure stuff, oh, we can't do that.
undocumented immigrants from voting, but y'all already know that that is not a thing.
It is absolutely a thing. It is absolutely a thing. That we are throwing out illegals who have been proved to have voted.
What this really is, it's a voter suppression bill to keep.
The Supreme Court has already said, so in Crawford v. Marion County, okay, it went to the Supreme Court. They argued this is voter suppression. Supreme Court has already said it's not. Asking for voter ID is not voter suppression. It's a bare minimum thing that you have to do to secure elections. In that case, which was in Indiana, a very populous state, okay, they could not find one person, not one, throughout the whole state, not one, who could not get an ID, a free ID. Because that was the thing. Indiana said, hey, we're going to do this voter ID law. All you have to do is come to the DMV. We'll give you a free ID. You got to show your birth certificate, or there were other records that they would take. And yeah, we'll just prove who you are and we'll give you a free voter ID. You have to pay for an ID in Oklahoma. Okay, hold on. Okay. Oklahoma requires voters to present non-photo ID while voting. So you don't even need a photo ID, Jem. You don't even need it. It's section 26-7-114 of Oklahoma law requires voters to provide proof of identity. Voters must provide an identification number when applying for an absentee ballot. They must provide their ID if returning absentee ballot. So you only need you only need a photo ID if it's with an absentee ballot. Voters who do not have IDs while voting may cast provisional ballots. There you go. So you can still vote without a voter ID in Oklahoma. Forms of ID accepted. A document used for proof for voting may have been issued by the United States government and the state of Oklahoma or a federally recognized tribal government. Law requires a document used for proof identity that contain the following information: a name of the person, photograph of the person, and expiration date. There you go. Provisional ballot rules. So if you want to still vote and you don't have it, here's how you vote. Voter has or does not have an acceptable proof of identity. The voter is entitled to cast a provisional ballot. If their name is not listed in the precinct registry, the voter is entitled to cast a provisional ballot. If the voter disputes the political affiliation, school district, or municipality listed in the precinct registry, the voter is entitled to cast a provisional ballot. If the voter is a uniformed service or overseas voter, the voter is entitled to cast a provisional ballot. You can cast it if you're not registered in the county, if you voted in the incorrect precinct, if your ID cannot be verified, if the voter cannot change or did not change his or her party affiliation before the state deadline, if the USOV voter does not provide an address of residence within the county or address provided located in another precinct. Voters who cast a provisional ballot may contact their county election board during the office's regular business hours, no 30 and 5 p.m. on the Friday after the election, to check if their ballot was counted, and if not, why it was rejected. There you go. So,
lawfully voting American citizens from being able to exercise their foundational right to vote. I'm obviously voting no.
That's the Supreme Court has already rejected that from this woman. Already rejected it.
But I just want you guys to know that this is serious and it's happening right now ahead of the critical 2026 midterm elections.
So yeah, happening right now, and they are putting out all this stuff, which is a lot of misinformation because this Supreme Court has already ruled on this. And again, it's Crawford v. Marion County if you want to look it up yourself. All right. Hold on, I got another.
White people have never built their own houses, farmed their own farms.
What? White people never built houses or farmed? I'm sure this one's going to be
Worked manual labor in the history of the United States.
I come from a blue collar family. My father was a truck driver. One grandfather was a policeman, the other one a firefighter. My uncle, who I worked for at one time, was a mason. You don't think he built a brick house and they're all white. All white.
So when all the workers are deported and there's no one else here to fulfill that role, because Americans, especially the ones that look like me, are not going to do manual labor.
What is she talking about? This one is nuts. So, like, and with my family never benefited from slave labor. A large chunk of them came before 1900 to this country, but after 1864. Like the 1880s is where, for one side, a lot of them immigrated. Um, everyone else immigrated well before that. I've been able to track them to the 1720s. I think is the earliest. For my namesake, the Arthurs, they came here in the 1820s from Northern Ireland, and they came via New York to Ohio and settled there and stayed there. And so, yeah, my family, I only have one that ever lived in the South, and he was in the Revolutionary War in Virginia, and then settled in Bedford, Pennsylvania, amongst the Quakers. So my family never owned slaves, never benefited from slave labor. But people like this woman would never accept that.
$4, $5, $3, whatever, labor, going to do manual labor. $4, $5, $3, whatever.
Where are there people doing manual labor for $5 to $3? Because they're not doing that per hour. You may find immigrants who are getting paid if they are farm workers. They might get paid by the bushel or other things, but then they're not getting paid by the hour. That woman has a profound misunderstanding of how this country operates. Right, Hellhound? Right? Okay, this one here. Ooh. I think this is. I think this one. I don't have any context. A lot of these I haven't watched the full thing. This one, I think it's a First Amendment auditor at a church. I think.
What you doing, bud?
What does she think she's doing? How come it's only okay to deport illegals when it's the left wing doing it, right? I've seen people say deport American citizens. I've seen people on the left say like deport Trump and stuff like that. You can't deport a citizen. You can't. And they're deporting citizens. No, they're not. Trump has not deported a citizen. And when you start asking them these things, what they do is there were people who had legal status who then got deported because they lost that legal status. Like the guy, the Irish guy up in Massachusetts, they're like, he's been held for 5 months. Yeah, because he's appealing his deportation order. And why does he have a deportation order? Because he overstayed his visa. He came here legally, overstayed his visa, didn't do the stuff legally. Then he married an American and thinks he's just entitled to stay here. Sorry, no, you gotta go home. But he's waiting on his appeal.
What are you doing? What are you doing here? Sir, what are you doing here? Sir, what are you doing?
So this woman, they're at a church. She's probably right wing, being that she's at a church. So I mean, you see this craziness on left and right. I don't get what this woman's trying to do.
Is there an issue, sir?
No, oh yeah, she's saying he's crazy. Presbyterians are they're an interesting group. My favorites are the snake handling ones.
In our community church, we have a gentleman here who's just taking pictures.
Oh no, he's taking pictures. If a crazy white one was chasing me, I'd purposely trip them to either run into us. Right? Like, why are you chasing a guy? Just if he's taking pictures, just leave him be.
Taking video on the sidewalk.
No. Go that way. That way, sir. That way.
You can't order someone on a public street which way to go. You can't do it. The left does go, but it's not Presbyterians. It's what's the one? Well, actually, I think there are some Presbyterians, but there's You're talking about the one that does the pride churches and stuff. Yeah, they're pretty crazy too, because nothing that they say is based in any type of scripture.
Wait. That way. Back up. Back up now.
What she's doing right now is actually a crime. You cannot inhibit the free movement of somebody.
No. Don't touch me. Don't touch me.
Get out of the road.
Don't touch me. Move that way.
805-915-7.
Don't assault me, sir.
Get out of the dude's way. Like, I don't get these churches. Like, if someone's outside your church recording, just leave them be. Just leave them be. All right, let's put up this next one. Right, where's the pepper spray? Well, in California, you can't. Well, you can have pepper spray, but it's got to be a certain type. California and all these places, when it comes to people are like, just use pepper spray. Though a big case was the Saitano case, which was out of Massachusetts, where a woman was being stalked. She had a civil protection order, and her ex-boyfriend still kept coming to her place of work. She did not get a gun, but it's a big gun rights case. She did not get a gun. She got a stun gun, and he showed up breaking the civil order and was threatening her. She did use her stun gun on the guy. She's the one that went to jail. She fought it, and I want to say this was a 2018, 2019 case. Don't quote me on the year, but that's like the time frame. And the Supreme Court was like, look, this is a woman clearly in fear. And they were like, the Second Amendment doesn't say guns. It says arms. And a stun gun is an arm. So that's why it's a big gun case. But yeah, these lefty states, they will regulate everything. And what's it? Pepper spray is one of those where they regulate it crazy, and if you use the wrong one, you're the one going to jail.
The question is always, the devil is in the details, right? If you have to produce a passport, for example, in order to register to vote, we have tens of millions of people in this country that don't have access to passport.
Again, why are they pushing this thing? It's absolutely incorrect. You can just go get an ID. And if you already have an ID and it's the wrong name, just bring documents showing the name change and you're going to be fine.
Are we going to then waive the passport fee of $150 so that it's not an unreasonable poll tax to be able to show proof of citizenship? Another aspect.
Again, a poll tax. It's not a poll tax. You can get a free ID. And in the states where you can't get a free ID, like we were shown there, Oklahoma, you can still vote. You just do a provisional ballot. You show other documents.
Show proof of citizenship. Another aspect in that SAVE Act is for married women. They say now you have to sign an affidavit. Again,
Oh no. Do you have to sign an affidavit stating that under perjury of law, this is my changed name? Oh no. So are you saying, is it her position that women are liars?
Affidavit. Again.
California won't turn red. No. I've seen these people say, oh, we can flip California red. No. California is such a rigged system. It is. That's why I am not in favor of term limits. All these Republicans who want term limits, I've lived in 2 states with term limits, and they were a freaking nightmare. Because what term limits create is a system where it's the old school party system. There's a reason why Gavin Newsom is the governor of California, because his aunt is Nancy Pelosi, and they move the chips around. And when you create term limits, you create those party systems where now it's, hey, I'll run for this one, you run for this one, and we'll make sure that you have money. That's how they do it. Term limits are a bad idea.
They say now you have to sign an affidavit. Again, that requires a notary public. Are we going to have notaries at every single poll location?
Okay. When you sign an affidavit at a poll location, the person there in front of you is sworn to be able to say, yes, I attest that this person signed it in front of me. You don't need a notary public. You just need a government official who has been properly sworn and knows the rules and is in a position to enforce those rules. You don't have to be a notary public. You guys realize I was in the military. I was an officer. I could sign things as a notarization being an officer of this country. And I did it for several of my Marines because they have to. I just took a photocopy of my ID. I signed it with my name and my rank. Guess what? 100% legal.
Single poll location? Are we going to require all the married women in this country to go out and then hire a notary to get the affidavit in order to vote? You know, the devil always is in the details.
All she's doing is pushing
On
misinformation.
how these things are manifested, but what we know is
This is the shame of CNN. You have someone here, this is clear misinformation, and they're not even checking her.
the SAVE Act as introduced. I'm about to head to the Rules Committee right now to offer some amendments. It clearly restricts people's access to the polls. Why not have online? Why can't you show proof?
It does not restrict anyone's access to the polls. Supreme Court has already ruled that already. But yet they're not talking. They'll ignore Crawford v. Marion County. They'll ignore it all day long. And this is just the big issues. There's so many videos about it today. I'm really sad that the Minnesota thing is calming. That now that amazing how that worked. The Minnesota authorities start actually enforcing the law, and suddenly there's no more crazy videos. Amazing.
I represent a huge rural area. My voters, people who are allergic.
Okay, she represents a huge rural area. Okay, I am in the biggest county in the United States. My county, San Bernardino County, is bigger than Rhode Island. Bigger than Rhode Island. Okay. Now I've only listened to a part of this. I didn't listen to the whole thing, but as soon as I took issue with it, I saved this.
My voters, people who are eligible to vote in my area, might need to travel 5 hours, 4 hours round.
I'm in the biggest county, and I can get to the other side of my county, the furthest place in my county, in 2 hours.
5 hours, 4 hours round trip.
And here's the other thing. While I am in the biggest county, and yeah, for me to go to the furthest part of the county, it's going to take me 2 hours. But do you want to know, for me to get a voter ID, do you know how far I have to drive? 5 minutes. It's less than a mile from my house. I've got a DMV here. For the thing I've had to drive the most for was to get to a county veterans office. I had to drive to Victorville. That's an hour away. That is the furthest I've had to drive for county services. So 2 hour round trip. Does it suck? I took a day, took a half day off, and just made it a whole thing. Did a lot of other stuff I needed to do up there. So it's very possible. Very possible.
Because we have a lot of space.
And I could have mailed a lot of that stuff in. That's the other thing. I could have done it all via mail.
Between us, we love those little towns and villages, but that's not where the county clerk's office is.
Your county clerk doesn't have satellite offices? Really?
And I have a major problem with the fact that, what are they going to do? Like, who's going to help them pay for that gas?
If this is true, let's say we're going to take everything she says at face value. So you got to drive five hours round trip to your county clerk. Think of all the other things you need your county clerk for. Think about that. So, okay, you want to file a deed. You know, okay, you need a permit to add on to your house. How scary is that? That seems like a bigger problem to me. You can do it online. I did all my paperwork online to get my voter. Yeah, see? Yeah.
Is there any way to help them pay for that gas? Can they apply for anything to help pay for that gas? What are they going to do in terms of childcare?
What? Childcare? Just get off your ass and go get it. You need a driver's license. How do they get driver's license, lady?
Working women don't have anyone to leave their kids with.
If they're working women, are their kids going to their job? Look at what you're saying.
So they can go register to vote during working hours. Because
Register to vote. This is voter ID. This is not registering to vote.
when our county clerk's office is open, Mr. Chairman Style?
It depends on the
Generally-
jurisdiction.
Generally, Monday through Friday, 8 to 5. And I think that that's the problem.
Okay, if that's the big problem here, okay. First off, why is election day? Because voting is the same way. Oh, I gotta have childcare to vote. Why is election day not a national holiday? You want a national voter registration day as a holiday? Hey, I support that. Let's do it in August or September, and yeah, so that way you get a whole day off. There you go. Take your kids, go register to vote. Teach them about the government process.
With this legislation is it puts all this burden on eligible citizens who are going to be deterred from
Supreme
voting.
Court
And I
authority
think
said
that this
none of this is overburdensome.
is interesting because we already heard from the ranking member that there is already an attestation. So now you're saying, well, it's all right because we're going to allow them to do basically an affidavit, an attestation.
Yeah.
That's what is already required, is it?
No. Maybe in your state of Pennsylvania, but not necessarily everywhere. Hey, Georgie,
Hi, darling.
how are you?
Be better if there wasn't an echo.
Oh, that's coming in because of the sharing the thing here. Let's see if this makes it better.
An attestation.
No.
But now you're going to make them attest and then go out and have to spend all that money to get those underlying documents. And I mean, that's a huge concern that I have. The other one is that you have eliminated the ability of people to register to vote, providing documentation, unless they do it in person.
I have no problem with that. Why should they not do it in person? Like, if that's what they want, just allow that. I'm gonna stop sharing this and then pull it up the other way.
All I heard was a bunch of bullshit excuses.
Right?
I, as a woman, find a babysitter.
Right?
If it's a working class mom, they already have a babysitter for their 9 to 5. Therefore,
Right?
use the same damn babysitter you use every day for you to go to work.
Right? The Supreme Court has already ruled on all this stuff. You know this next one is going to be good.
Oh boy.
All right. This is a troon, a trans loon. So this is a guy in women cosplay.
Speaking of trans loons, did you see the nutbag that did the mass shooting in Canada yesterday?
Oh, you mean the gun person? Because God forbid we call it what it is, a mentally ill man in a dress. We can't.
I watched the video of this fool. I don't think he was mentally ill. I think he's fucking possessed by demons.
You want to know
The way
what's
he
funny?
was laughing.
Is Matt Walsh went on to Reddit, and there's a subreddit called Trans Guns, and it's trans people with their guns. The shooter from the other day in Canada had posted on there, and Matt Walsh had screenshotted this person and put up their stuff years ago and said, look at this crazy individual. That's the problem. Like, they're all about limiting my gun rights. And they're like, oh, we need common sense. Here's someone who's clearly mentally ill, should not have guns, but oh, you're taking away their rights. What right are we taking away? Go get help. Let's see what this troon has to say.
Hi there, quick question for someone who's a little more educated than me.
Hi there, quick question for someone who's a little bit more educated than me.
Quick question for someone who's a little more educated than me. Where should I go? I'm trans.
I see AVA is here. I have absolutely zero proof that this person is not AVA. Just messing with you, buddy.
It's too white.
It's the foundation.
And I live in America. I think that's all I need to say for the question to make sense.
You need Jesus.
And I would
That's
love
what
for
you
this to
need.
be a
You
resource
need to go
that
to
people could
church.
share with other trans people in a similar position to me. Where should I go?
Church.
Yeah, or a
Find
mental
Christ.
hospital. Go
There are only
immediately.
two genders.
Report immediately to the nearest therapist.
Where should I go?
That part.
Let's say this all goes to shit. Where should I pack up and move to? What's the best place for it?
Hell.
If I may make a suggestion, I say Mogadishu, Somalia. Tehran, Iran. So much more freedom in these brown countries rather than the racist white America.
Then I don't have to worry about doing it again.
I will not say Hawaii because I know AVA, they have enough problems with haoles already in Hawaii.
Hawaii is America.
Yeah, but they don't like haoles.
Pack up and go to Gitmo.
Right? Oh my. Oh yeah, this one's good. This guy. Oh. Here we go. Hold on. Tell me that this guy is not gay.
I'm here with Finley at the Grattan Elementary School protest today.
Are you shitting me?
Right? Right?
That goes along with what I said yesterday about the education system being a fucking scam. They're literally training our children with propaganda bullshit.
This guy needs to be investigated. This guy needs to be investigated.
Today, which has been amazing.
It's like a field trip with science.
So Finley, what grade are you in? Tell us about yourself.
I'm in 4th grade. I go to Grattan Elementary School, as you said, and I'm organizing this protest.
This is the face of a young man who's going to be molested.
To stop ICE. I think it's horrific that people are getting treated this way. I wish Trump would stop doing this to people.
So how did you get the kids?
I wish Trump would stop doing things to people that already did things to this country.
Tell me they're not brainwashing our children.
Right? Right?
That right there is proof of it.
Your like classmates motivated.
Issues.
They all want to talk to your kids.
They can stay the fuck away from mine.
Right?
Mates motivated.
So it started with just, high school students in Minneapolis are walking out of school. Like, that sounds like a thing I should do.
This kid needs to get some pants that fit. Look how tight they are, and look how high up. Those are like 2 sizes too small.
Expecting a flood.
But of course, my principal can't authorize a school walkout. So then it ended up getting checked out of our after-school program, and then coming to the dog park, having.
They always use kids in their performative stuff.
Officer Rhodes and Officer Washington being here for safety.
It makes it look efficient.
So, okay, what are these cops making? $90,000 a year, and they're having to take time out of patrolling for this.
Thank you for doing this for all the kids who are suffering around the country. It's really powerful.
Yeah, actually, the sign you were holding earlier was
Getting sent to your home country, suffering.
Shanemesis said,
yeah, it was a good sign.
Shanemesis pointed out, she said, Canadian here. My heart is broken for the needless loss of life. That fool unalived his mom and stepbrother. She cowardly took his own life. The gates of hell await that idiot. Absolutely
But the real
right.
problem is lawful gun owners. That's the real problem, not the
Yeah, we're the
mentally ill
problem.
people.
Good. Well, thank you for all you do, Finley. Thank you.
You're welcome.
I'm so happy to be here today, and I want to say to all the kids, you are amazing. Those
If you took all the gay people and put them in their own country, how long would it be before they dropped the voice?
How long before some of those kids go missing?
Right? Right?
Because anytime the left is involved, that's when children go missing.
You can't buy people unless if you're a gay couple. Just remember that.
Or if you're involved with Epstein.
Right? Okay, here's another one. I came prepared today.
Notice the left is more focused on ICE than they are the Epstein files that they beg to be released.
Right?
And you know why? Because it doesn't state Trump as a pedophile like they've been pushing all this time.
Crazy eyes. Crazy eyes. Always with the crazy eyes.
It grinds my gears that I have to call myself an American citizen in a country that feels the need to put on a second halftime show.
You're white.
Right? And this is the type of woman who's going to tell you that America is the most racist country and has never lived in another country. Look at the eyes. Why do they always have the crazy eyes?
Because the only songs are sung in Spanish, and that's just so hard for us to understand.
Are y'all that stupid?
Did the Turning Point halftime show bother you? Like, if people want to have their own halftime show, okay, fine, go do it. You don't have to watch.
Stand.
They don't want you to have a choice. That's the thing.
That part.
Give me a fucking break. This is all about white supremacy, and it.
This right here is the face of the oppressed.
It's
Doesn't
always
she-
the fucking white liberals.
Yeah. Like, doesn't she look oppressed? You know, she doesn't have the privilege that I do.
It's so obvious that the people who have been indoctrinated into this line of thinking don't even
We just watched a video of them indoctrinating kids. But yet we're the indoctrinated ones.
Yeah. Okay.
realize that this is all because of white supremacy. Because why do you turn your nose up to another culture like it's less than?
Because it's the Super Bowl, lady. It's the Super Bowl. It was done in Spanish. You saw all the videos. The people who were there were like, okay, whatever.
Even the people there at the Super Bowl was going to their devices and turning on the other show.
Yeah, they had to pump in applause through the thing. The Super Bowl is not a time for a cultural celebration of Puerto Ricans. Sorry, it's just not.
Like, it doesn't even deserve your attention for 15 minutes in the...
I'll say this: the Super Bowl halftime show. It's not a time to celebrate any culture, because now we're picking and choosing which culture we have to celebrate. Stop.
biggest show in the world. It's actually so gross to be an American citizen right now. Grosses me out.
They make everything about
If
race.
another country
they
would
don't
adopt
realize
me,
how many fucking Hispanics actually voted for Trump.
Right.
They don't realize how many black people. There was more black people than there was white people that voted for Trump this time.
This next one I didn't finish, but I'm gonna love this one. I already know. If Somalians get kicked out,
if you're kicking out Somalis, you have to kick out everyone else. Like, I'm gonna be honest, I'm speaking for all of my African brothers and sisters. If you kick Somalis out, you have to kick all of them out.
yeah. Yep.
They make it sound like we're taking random American citizens off the street and just throwing them into another country. There's literal warrants. The videos of the protest in Minnesota where they broke into the agent's vehicles, showed proof that there was stacks and stacks and stacks of warrants for illegals.
Yep. And we have proof of fraud.
That too.
Here's the thing. You don't have a right to come here. You don't. We allow it. We tolerate it. You don't have a right to immigrate to the U.S.
Why is it only okay for other countries to have border laws?
Right? Right.
All leave together. Because if you kick us out, you have to kick everyone else. I'm gonna be honest. And I know everyone in the comments, everyone watches.
I accept your terms.
Leave. Bye.
Like, clearly, like, you don't appreciate this country. Oh, this one, I only got 3 seconds into this one. And this one, another one with the crazy eyes. I was like, oh, I don't even know what she's saying, but I want to hear it. So another oppressed woman, as we can see.
Fuck every single one of you. Who cares more about your stupid fucking gun than the lives of kids? You are so...
How about we focus on mental illness? That's the real problem. That is the real problem.
You are so dumb. Your Second Amendment is not unlimited. You just are so... You are...
It's not unlimited. Is our First Amendment unlimited? Is our fourth? Is our fifth? Our sixth? Because guess what? They're all Bill of Rights. You have to lump them all in together. But they want the Second Amendment treated differently.
Oh, you are just the most horrible humans on the planet that you care more.
Fake tears. She's crying, but is she? Where are the tears? Again, performative.
Care more about your fucking guns than kids.
I care more about my safety and my ability to protect myself.
I hope karma is horrible to you. All of you.
This woman doesn't understand what karma is. Like, if you're wishing harm upon me, you don't understand karma.
No.
Me, I understand karma. Do you, Georgie?
Yeah.
I do horrible shit to people every day, and I just assume they deserve it. Oh yeah, another one. Hold on. I like these shows when I prepare.
I don't get how they think we don't care about kids.
Right? No, we want the kids to get mental help, but they want to entertain the delusion, which clearly takes it to negative places.
They call it the SAVE Act, which is funny because it doesn't save anything. And it definitely doesn't save elections. And let's be clear about who this is actually targeting. It targets anyone who's changed their last name.
Oh my God.
It does not at all.
No.
This is their new talking point.
It's funny. They're speaking for women when most of these motherfuckers don't even know what a woman is.
Right. They can't define it.
You know, married women, divorced women, widows.
We're going to see so many women who can't vote in the next election.
I can't.
People who
I got
did the
my
most
voter
normal,
ID.
legal, boring thing imaginable and updated their last name. Under the SAVE Act,
if they updated their last name, how are you unable to update your ID?
Why are you too fucking lazy to do the paperwork? I did it. Most women on the right did it.
Look, you can do them together.
that suddenly makes you suspicious. Congrats on the wedding. Now prove you're not committing voter fraud. Millions of women have legally changed their names. And this bill says, cool story. Now jump through hoops or shut up.
Signing an affidavit is a hoop?
You have to change the name on your regular ID when you change your name any damn way.
Try to fly. Try to change your name Don't update your ID and then try to fly somewhere.
Hi, Mom.
That's not election integrity. That's bureaucratic voter suppression wrapped in a patriotic acronym.
Oh,
Again,
shut
the
fuck up.
Supreme Court has already said no. Crawford v. Marion County.
If your democracy only works when paperwork is flawless and life never happens, then you don't have a strong democracy. You have a fragile one.
If people who are not supposed to vote in your election are voting in your election, that's not democracy.
It has nothing to do with women in the first place. Do you have your green card or don't you? Do
One
you
that's
have your
terrified of its own
visa or don't
voters,
you?
i.e. women.
Right?
The SAVE Act.
Well, you can't vote with a green card and you can't vote with a visa. So why are we giving these people IDs? And they are voting. They are voting. It's been proven. It's happened. They're charging people over it. They're deporting people over it.
Doesn't save democracy. It shrinks it. And the people pushing it, yeah, they know exactly who gets pushed out first.
Yeah, illegals.
Yeah, no shit.
So there we go.
Speaking of leftists losing it, you should bring up the screenshots I sent you of the lefty that lost it on me yesterday.
I've got one more. This one. You're gonna love this one.
Oh my god.
Crazy eyes. Look at this. I gotta make this bigger. Look at that.
Every one of these people on the left are demons. Prove me wrong.
Imagine being married to this.
No, thank you.
Waking up to this. Oh my god, that's my nightmare.
And she's a ginger.
Just register Republican. Just register Republican.
Just register Republican.
I agree. Register as a Republican and vote for the
You're
right.
a blue dot in a red area. Just register Republican.
Yeah, just register Republican.
Then you get a say in who gets to be their primary candidate.
Yeah, please register Republican.
Register Republican. Just register Republican. It doesn't
That
matter.
would be
You go online.
voter fraud, stupid.
Well, no, you can register Republican and go into a Republican. You just can't vote in both. So please do that. Focus on Republican primaries. I would love that because guess what happens?
On card doesn't make a difference. It doesn't actually mean anything. You can just register Republican. Let's all just register Republican. We can all register Republican. What will happen if the Republican Party and the MAGA Party all starts getting... It's me. Hi. I'm the problem. It's me.
What will happen? There's more of us than there are of you, stupid.
This woman is going to stab somebody. I'm calling it now.
It's always the fucking gingers, man.
There's some crazy women out there. And this is the face of them. Look how nuts she is.
She kind of looks like my husband's ex.
I won't lie. It's kind of a turn on.
Of course it is.
Because she's going to let you, like, if I say, oh yeah, I'll register as a Republican, let you fill out my ballot, she'll let you put it anywhere you want. I wanted to get to that one. That one's actually an old one. I'd seen it before, but I was like, oh, I've never brought it to the show before, so just register as a Republican. All right, I got to get going. It's late. Thank you for joining me, bestie.
Of course. I was listening to this stuff and I was like, okay, I'm done typing.
All right, guys. I'm going to get going. Georgie, what time are you going live today?
Probably about 1 o'clock my time.
Okay. 1 o'clock Eastern. Go watch Georgie.
Central.
Yep. And yeah, and you're going to talk about the big win that the anti-Hales had. That's not really a win.
I already talked about that.
But they're all celebrating.
Yeah. Premature celebration.
But yeah, so we'll talk about that in the coming days. There's not really anything I haven't already addressed with it. I know people are like, you're not doing what the hell stuff. I'm still doing what the hell stuff. Just when there's something to talk about. I don't care about the fleas. I don't care about all these dummies and what they're saying. I care about what the court is saying. So.
Right.
But all right, guys. What's that?
We have to wait to hear from Hinkle on the recommendation to dismiss.
Yep. And we're gonna see Randy's response in 2 weeks, and then it'll probably be another week or two after that before we get anything. Like I told everyone, I had said April of 2026 is before anything happens in court, and I'm standing with that. That's still 2 months away.
Yeah.
So, all right, guys. Georgie's Life Uncensored or Unfiltered. Sorry, I always do that. Go subscribe to her. Watch her later on today. I'll be in there. And as always, thank you for being worth serving.
Coffee brewing as the sun peeks through the haze, and birds are chirping, serenading morning's praise. Front porch creaks as dreams fade away. America's awakened to a brand new day. Old vinyl spinning a sweet old tune. Day starts dancing under a sleepy moon. Newsprint smudges on fingers of grace. America's awakened at her own steady pace. Sips of sunshine in a coffee cup. Simple moments lifting spirits up. From the mountains to the sandy shore. Morning in America, want just a little more. Neighbors waving with a friendly rise. Kids with backpacks chasing daylight skies. Eyes cooling on a windowsill so fine. America's awakened with a heart full of shine. Old vinyl spinning a sweet old tune. Day starts dancing under a sleepy moon. Newsprint smudges on fingers of grace. America's awakened at her own steady pace. Sips of sunshine in a coffee cup. Simple moments lifting spirits up. From the mountains to the sandy shore. Morning in America, wanting just a little more. Neighbors waving with a friendly rise. Kids with backpacks chasing daylight skies. Eyes cooling on a windowsill so fine. America's awakened with a heart full of shine. Neighbors waving with a friendly rise. Kids with backpacks chasing daylight skies. Eyes cooling on a windowsill so fine. America's awakened with a heart full of shine. Tractors rumble, fields coming alive. Big wheels turning where hopes and dreams strive. Laughter echoes down the old dirt road. America's awakened to lighten her load. America's awakened to lighten her load.